Hey, what's going on? What's happening, y'all? I'm back at it again. I'm going to start making reaction videos again. So, you guys be on the lookout for that. But really quickly, I want to talk about something. Now, if you guys aren't aware, your boy is moving around, about to move somewhere else. And here's the thing about it, when you have a certain energy, and let's say you go through a divorce or something. I'll use myself as an example. Let's say you go through a divorce, and after that, you get on the internet. Well, people don't know how you acted before the divorce, and people don't know how you acted before you got with the ex that caused the divorce, or not caused, but you went through the divorce with. And they just, see you online talking about God and recovering and, allowing God to work and things like that. But even at your weakened state of healing, they still see something in you. And what'll happen is, I want 11:11 on the timer. I want you gentlemen out there that are traveling to always be on the lookout of a jealous, low IQ, lowbrow Negro. Okay? I need you to be extremely alert because what I'm dealing with here in the States, as far as my haters, they're lowbrow, low IQ. I would say the N word, but I'm trying to do a little bit better. But you know what I mean, Negroes. Okay? And these Negroes still have the generational curse of jealousy and envy, crabs in a barrel type of mentality. So let me go ahead and bring all these things together. These passport bro guys, I appreciate the name. I appreciate the popularity that you brought to this ideology, but you weren't the first to do it. You weren't the first or the second. The veterans were the first to do it. And then that the European man or the American Caucasian man has been doing this for quite some time. So we're not going to act like you reinvented the wheel, but you definitely made it popular. Again, anytime that American black folks get a hold of something, we always have an energy about us, so we can make things popular. But you guys are also fumbling the bag. You guys are also gatekeeping. You guys think that you have some type of I don't like you feel like you have some monopoly, yeah, on the game. So, gentlemen, I want you to be very careful about who you watch as far as these passport guys and these guys in like Thailand or whatever. Be careful of who you watch. I don't really watch anyone anymore, but I'm just going off a title, okay? I don't watch trash, slop content anymore, but a title can get me to talking about something, right? It's a lot. Titles and thumbnails are deeply layered. So what I'm noticing here lately is a lot of these passport people are speaking about stuff that they don't do, warning you guys about a lot of stuff. You guys, the the visa process is getting difficult. I don't know. Like, you gotta understand, these Negroes have been around for a long time. These type of Negroes have been around for a long time, long, long, long time. But that's how they talk, right? I don't know. Getting that visa gonna be hard for you guys. I don't know. I don't know if a good idea to come out here Thailand. You know what I'm saying? And if it's not that, it's hey, over in Thailand they cutting down on passport bros and people that travel. If you acting up, they're gonna throw you in jail. They're gonna throw you in jail. Like, now these guys that are talking this way, these passport bros are a bunch of nerds. Straight up, full stop. So they don't get in trouble. They wouldn't bust a grape or harm a fly. They're too scared of consequences of you know getting in trouble. And you start seeing a pattern, right? Then next thing you know, you're hearing them talking about, oh, they cutting down on, you walking around being intoxicated. You guys, I don't know if it's a good idea to come up out here. They ain't tolerating you foreigners anymore. It's like these Negroes. And then you hear stuff like, oh, they're cracking down and they're changing the laws as far as the herb and as far as what I'm saying, that tree. You guys know what I'm talking about. And now you catch them. Now you caught them, because I always go like three layers. I always like going in threes. I like to give people grace. 444 on a timer that said that. Give people grace, and what I'm saying, give you a few times to make a mistake. So you're discouraging via visa. You're discouraging via trying to say that, people that have passports that go overseas and passport bros or travelers go over there acting up. So you try to create fear through that and the consequences of that. And then you're creating fear through public intoxication or being high, right? So now, you're going through all these different stages. You know what I'm saying? And it's strange to watch. If you really have something going on over there that's worth anything, you wouldn't consistently. I'm telling you what they're doing. These people are seeing that their little nerd paradise that they feel like they have to themselves, where they've been able to get decent looking women being the leftover males that they are. So they're now getting very insecure because a lot of actual attractive men, let's just call it what it is, are planning on moving around. And this is how, especially black dudes, this is how they start acting when they feel like their pond is going to start shrinking of available options. Or maybe even their girlfriend or something, they caught her watching some of your content. Or maybe they've been watching you too close, like a lot of dudes watch me. And, that's the trap of watching me. You watch me and you're stealing the way that I speak, the way that I think, the way that I flow, my cadence, whatever thumbnail design, the anything you can, the links of the videos. And then you start getting addicted to stealing. And then I start saying stuff like, I'll take your girl. And it went from cute stealing from me to, damn, this dude is attractive enough to do it. And then like, I ain't gonna tell you nothing. And I ain't gonna get online and brag about it or nothing like that. And it's like now you're seeing videos where guys are talking about, you got to be careful with these guys, with these women, because they mess around. You don't know who it'll be. That'll be why you're watching me expecting for me to do something, while the one that she's really going to cheat on, he's not online talking, but she's going to get hers. And you people that are married to these women, they're going to cheat. And you can get mad at me for mentioning the facts all you want to, but that insecurity ain't eating me away. It's eating you away. If you want to keep watching me, being worried about me being the boogeyman, the one and only boogeyman, and then you feel like you can try to discourage people by saying weird stuff. Hey, listen, let me tell you something. If anyone's planning on going overseas, if they're smart, like my cousin and myself, they cut back on things, drinking, smoking, stop the stuff. You're over there in paradise, you don't need it. So when you're putting out these little hit pieces where you're trying to instill fear or discourage, it's not going to happen. Not with someone like me. And what it's going to do is make me go to the gym tonight and work out even harder to make sure my six pack is sticking out. I'm gonna get on TikTok and hope that your girl scrolls across me on there and sees me while she's laying next to you and you're knocked out sleep. That's the reason why I be going live in the middle of the night. So your lady got something to look at, right? But it's all good, man. You're steady worrying about me. You trying to discourage people from going over there. They're not gonna let you smoke. Who cares? Don't need to. What are you talking about? They're not letting you be publicly intoxicated. Who cares? Decent human beings don't do that. They're cracking down on foreigners, and no one with decency goes over there to act a fool. Okay? You're saying a bunch of stuff to discourage people because you're weirdos. You're worried about something you can't control. If I'm an attractive man, I'm an attractive man. Now, don't think I'm an attractive man that don't know anything. Oh, no, 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 no. I see you haters from a distance. I've seen some of you goofy passport bros get into fights and get beat up and thrown in trash cans. So I know that you really don't hurt, right? So your egos are all in the way over some Thai women. It ain't even that serious, bro. I'm going over there to get to know their culture. I'm not into like Thai women. I don't even know them like that. Y'all might be obsessed with them or whatever, but I'm probably going to be going to the Philippines mainly to probably look for a woman the way it's looking and what it, the stats are saying that that's the best place to go to look for an authentic woman that's going to really be down for you. But y'all worrying about something, a little bit too in advance. You're studying the wrong guy. I'm not over here looking for none of your funky ass women. If they're going to get with you, I don't want nothing to do with them. I want no chick that's laid up with you, man, licking your balls. Get the hell out, nasty ass motherfucking looking self. All you leftover looking ass dudes over there, man. I don't even know why y'all worried about. You're making an enemy out of somebody just because you want to have some type of. It's energetic, man. It's energetic. But I want you guys to understand, if you plan on moving around, make sure you're going to content creators that are putting out information and not really their perspective and opinions. If you see Negroes that are out of shape overweight, looking sloppy, and you know that you're fit, and they're like, I don't know if it's a good idea if you come over here, cause man, they cracking down on this and that, and getting a visa gonna be hard, and man, don't listen to that fat fuck. You know what I mean? Like, he sees you as straight up competition, and you got to remember, we're living in a world right now where being a coward is kind of like a easy thing to get away with, and throwing shade through social media and not talking directly is just the way to go. So you got to know when you hear it. It don't matter what these goof cornballs say. You move around as you need to move around. Putting my content out, let y'all know I see what you're doing. Don't think I'm Boo Boo the Fool. I'm gonna move in accordance. I see y'all are really doing really goofy stuff, worrying about other men that are coming over that way instead of worrying about yourself, worrying about the woman you have, and you get to keep putting out content trying to discourage men from going over there while you yourself haven't left yet. Doesn't make any sense. If it's so bad, why are you still there? It's just Negro, it's low IQ Negro stuff. That's why I keep telling y'all, if you stay where you're at and leave me alone, when I go where I'm going, you ain't got to worry about me. But if you make your way around me, you try to check me, I don't know what you goofies might do, but don't roll up on me at all, ever. You see me out, you keep it trucking. I'm telling you, Passport Bro stuff this. If you ain't reached out to me before I go over there, don't approach me. Don't come around me. Don't come up to me talking about, do we have a problem? Right then, we're going to have a problem. Guaranteed. And you're going to think that me smiling and all this, I'm going to take this hat off and these shades off, and you guaranteed we're going to have a problem. And you're going to have to do something about it. Just mind your business. I'm not training every day to go over there and be a chump. Just mind your business, man. You ain't built for this, man. You have no idea how much endurance training I do. You are not built for this. Keep it trucking. I don't want your raggedy, stinking ass Thai women. I don't. If they're sleeping with you and licking on your balls and stuff, those women are not qualified to be with me. They're not qualified to be around me, and I never will. I don't give a crap what your girl look like. If she's hanging out with your leftover, couldn't quite make it in the States, so you had to run your ass over there. Because the only ones that are, let's be real. I'm done with, being nice to a bunch of weirdos who don't know how to show respect to the ones making this shit really popular in the right kind of way. Nobody was worrying about Passport Bros except making fun of y'all until attractive men like me were talking about going over there. We're not going to act like that ain't a thing. All y'all did was get made fun of left and right. Now that women see attractive men going, now it's a problem. Okay? So I'm going to come up with my own little name for, men that are attractive that move around and go overseas. I don't need to be affiliated with this whole Passport Bro thing. Listen, we got to get back to unattractive people sticking with unattractive people and attractive people sticking with attractive people. In the real world, you don't see a bunch of mixing and mingling. If you do, everyone knows their place, right? Online, man, y'all be conflating and confusing things. You really think that you matter. You hear women talking about Passport Bros and you think they're talking about you. Absolutely not. Only if they're going to be making fun of us, like talking about leftover nerds. But when they're talking about, like, I can't believe these Passport Bros are going over there, like there ain't good women here, you know what I'm saying? And they're outsourcing all of the, divine genetics from the indigenous people here to these other races, all this weird stuff. They're talking about the attractive Black, Aboriginal, indigenous people of this land that they find highly attractive going overseas, and they want to get some of that DNA. They want a little piece. They want a little taste. So we're going overseas now, though. See, what y'all don't understand is y'all just happen to be in the place where the attractive men are leading women to. Like, that's all that it is. Like, you keep thinking that it's you. Some of y'all get thinking that it's you when you're getting online, you're trying to look fly. Bruh, y'all been over there for some years. Ain't nobody been doing nothing but throwing shade that way up until here recently. So why would you think it's you? Right? The same way you study me to see what I'm saying about where I'm gonna go because you're terrified of me living in Thailand, or what I'm saying, wherever you guys live at in Thailand, you know what I mean? And I'm gonna take all the women. You're just worried about that. You're making an enemy out of nobody for no good reason other than your insecurities. Hence, one of the reasons why you ran over there to those lands in the first place. But don't make it seem like I'm your enemy. I'm not nobody's enemy. I don't chase down women like y'all do. I don't give a crap what she looks like. Unlike y'all, I'm in shape. I'm spiritually tapped in. You know what I'm saying? And I got my mind on right. I don't care what how attractive a woman is. And listen, she's a human being. She puts her pants on one leg at a time. She wakes up, her breath stinks. She poops every day and she pees. Like, what are we talking about here? A lot of y'all aren't used to getting women. And you got over there and you're getting real territorial and you're worried and you're insecure. And that's a lot of reason why y'all stay over there, because you don't want to bring your woman back here and she ends up leaving for better options. I'm not insecure like that. I'll go over there, and if I find somebody I want to be with, I'll be with the person. If I don't, I don't. It don't really matter to me. You know what I'm saying? And if, I end up going to the Philippines or whatever to go find somebody, that's fine too. Y'all run over there because, you kind of feel like that's your only way to go about doing things. But don't get it twisted. A lot of us are not going over there to steal your raggedy stinking ass girls, man. Like, why would I do that? There's too many women over there, and I'm used to getting women. That's the difference between me. I'm used to getting women. I'm not in no rush to get anybody. I'm very selective, and I'm not giving my body to this any woman. Like, I'm working too hard. And if she's giving herself to you, then she's trash. She's not qualified for me. Give a damn what she's offering. I don't care if your girl. A lot of y'all don't have to worry about your girl cheating with me. I promise you. Looking at you, don't have nothing to do with her. You ain't never got to worry about that. So I don't even know what you're talking about. I don't even know where you're coming from with anything, but a lot of you are older. So I think a lot of it's the age thing. Like, guys under 50 years old, he's going to be a young buck's going to be, because, if those guys over there, if you're in your late 30s and your early 40s, that's a young buck to them. You know what I mean? And you ain't got nothing to worry about. You don't have anything to worry about. You know what I'm saying? So I don't even know what the concern is. I don't know what the worry or the reason for trying to discourage, because that's all you can really label it, is you trying to discourage people. I mean, what do we need to hear all this nonsense for? People have enough, what I'm saying, insight to check into things before they go over there. And it's not smart to go over there with any bad habits that you need. I mean, it's not smart, right? So I don't know, what you may be implying, because these content creators that tell you they're relooking over tree and herb and the laws of it and criminalization of it or whatever, they don't even smoke like that. They don't never talk about it. They don't never. So what are you concerned for? You're obviously throwing shade. Like, these people, man, they're very low IQ and very concerned. I need for you, senior citizens and you Social Security recipients, just chill out a little bit, man. Ain't nobody worried about you. And again, I don't want a woman that would get with your old broke down ass. I would never mess with her. Like a lot of y'all barely getting around over there. Nah, man, this chick gonna have to have been with somebody that was in shape, and then they went through the whole process of getting divorced. I'm not going over there, especially with an old Negro. Man, an old Negro is trying to look for any reason he can to try to, you know, take you up out this realm with a weapon. You know, y'all would definitely be having some of that old, I'm saying, generational curses, man, from slavery on you. Never healed from it. A lot of y'all are Gen Xers. So I ain't trying to hear it, man. I watch you. I want you to know I'm doing this. I'm watching you. I'm watching how you're moving. I'm watching the content you're posting the same way you're stalking me or whatever. And I'm letting you know this ain't what you want, play. You need to mind your business. Don't worry about what I'm going to do. Don't worry about anybody else going over there. Don't worry about if they smoke, drink, or let the cause ruckus. You're nobody's daddy, your grandpa. So I don't know why you acting like you're concerned. You're obviously not that concerned. You ran off the Thailand. You're not worried about no community of anybody. What are you talking about? Who do you think you're fooling? But again, sometimes people see me, how I move, how I speak, bothers them, and they want to have a reason to have a problem with me. You're not going to stop nothing. Of course, remember, I'm in my studies right now and my training. Okay? Work out every day. I work out all day. I want to be able to tussle if I need to tussle, but I'm not trying to be doing any of that. Stay out of my way and leave me alone. Okay? We don't want to hear any more of your passport bro nonsense about why not to come here and they're cracking down, but your black ass is still over there. If they're cracking down so much on things that you are bringing up online that you've never really spoken about doing or liking to partake in on a regular basis on your channel, so it obviously seems like why are you concerned? It's none of your business. Why are you spreading around a bunch of negativity that you're hearing? Why don't you get back to just talking about how nice the beach is over there and the women and the nightlife? And we don't need you warning grown-ass men. We're grown men. We don't need you warning. We don't need you giving us travel advice with your goofy-ass courses that you're trying to use to make money. Right? Some of us aren't failed anything. We served our country. We did our jobs like we're supposed to. We're full out engineers or whatever. And now we're retired and we're going over there. Some of y'all are failed all kind of things, right? Failed IT people, failed the ability to get an American woman, right? Failed actors, you go over there, you do what you do, but don't project any of those insecurities on me. And don't think that I'm not paying attention. I have to. I got to stay ahead of you. A fool is a dangerous person. Okay, so I keep eyes on fools, man. I ain't playing with y'all. So I want y'all to know, I'm on top of my game at all times. Don't play around with me. Don't run into me. Don't happenstance into me. Don't walk up on me. Don't ask me. It's a bad signal area. But anyway, look, I gotta get to the gym. Just want to get on here, chat y'all up for a little bit. I want y'all to be on the lookout for these reaction videos coming. Okay, we're going back to 2024, late 24, mass production. Okay, so when the live stream pop up, just hop on up in there and let's chop it up. I want to hear what you guys got to say, but we're gonna man, that battery died quick. Not really, because it's like been an hour. But yeah, we're gonna chop it up and get things flowing again. I see a lot of stuff going on online, and I got things to say. All right. Anyway, appreciate y'all. Subscribe if you're not already. Hit that like button if you like, and share the live stream. Anyway, I'm your brother. I love you. I'm out.
In this game, you gotta have that dog in you.
Made in America.